Hi fellas, Nige back here again with another inbox review, and this time we are going to be looking at Great Wall Hobbies MiG 29, the Fulcrum C. Okay, so this is my first MiG, well, it's not my first MiG one, it's my first Great Wall Hobby kit. Somebody actually sent me this, which I'm really grateful for. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a quick inbox review and we'll have a look, see what's in the box. Okay, so we'll go over to the overhead camera. So this box is absolutely stuffed with plastic. Okay, the first part, we'll have a look, comes in a big cardboard box. I'll just take some of the smaller parts out. Okay, and that, the main reason that's in there is to house, oh, where is everything? I'll put everything here, that's safekeeping. Okay, so yep, that's that done. So in there, okay, you get your main upper fuselage. Okay, so straight away off the bat we can see that this is a beautifully molded kit. Okay, so if you can just see those lovely rivets and panel lines and what have you, these strengthening bars along here, okay, as well as the lovely detail over the engines all the way around. So it's some really nice detail on here. Okay, all right, so that's the main bit. I wanted to get that bit out of the way so I can put it away and keep it safe. And we'll go and have a look at the instructions next. Okay, so within this box you actually get this as well, which, if I take it out, okay, is a beautiful print of the actual box art. Okay, that's absolutely stunning, and that will be fitting up on my wall at some point, get a nice frame for it and what have you. So that's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to put that back in there if I can, and we'll get cracking with the review. So I'll just put that over there out of the way. So start off, we get a lovely thick book type instruction manual. Started off with, again, the lovely box art and then a little bit of a write-up about the actual aircraft itself. We move then on to the parts call out. Okay, so you can see we've got all these parts plus some PE and then the actual decals. And then moving on to the colour call out. So again, Krios Mr. Colour, Acrylis Vallejo. So Vallejo, okay, and Krios Mr. Colour. So you'll need to convert these if you use anything else, but it's also got some of the FS colours as well. We then move on to the actual seat itself, okay, with some P for the harnesses and all that sort of stuff, and then a lovely call out for all the actual instrument panel. Okay, so you can see each individual instrument has got a dial, and those dials are represented with on the decal sheet, okay, with separate ones, and a call out for each individual switch and button and all that sort of good stuff for the actual instruments. Okay, and then again another quick call out. Then we build up the actual cockpit itself. Once the cockpit's all built, we move on to the upper fuselage and putting some of the massive grills in, okay, and the part that goes behind the actual pilot in the cockpit. Okay, we then move on to that must be the lower fuselage. Okay, so we've got some wheel wells going on, some wheel for that wheel well, that's the front wheel well. Those two there are obviously the main wheels. The cockpit tub slots in underneath, and then we've got wedge drill holes for the weapons. We then look at the air intakes. Again, you've got your a P bit for either it being open or when it's closed like yourself. So if you wanted to, if we'll have a look at those, we could have those actually closed, and then you could hide a lot of that seam that's in there, because obviously look, there's going to be a nasty seam in there. Move on to the next one. we've got the stabilizers and the control parts, the actual moving parts. Then the main fuselage gets joined together with the control bits and the slats and whatever going on, and then you get 2 full engines. Now again, most of this is going to be hidden, but you can build it with the engine out if you so wished, and with the engine and the nozzles and all that sort of stuff. Some lovely detail on there. Some more work on the actual engines. Then the engine's going installed with the engine covers or with a trolley. Okay, so you can actually have the engine shown out of the aircraft. We move on to our canopy with some PE parts that are slotted in for the actual mirrors, so the pilot can see behind him, with the open or closed canopy. Moving on to the nose, which unfortunately there is no weight of how much to put in there, so you just have to make sure you try and put enough in there. And then on to some of the is that a belly tank or something that goes in the around the belly, central spine of the belly. Okay, moving on to the that looks like the front undercarriage. Okay, quite a few parts there, which looks lovely, lovely moulded. We've got the main wheels getting installed, and then some of the smaller dangly bits and what have you. And then also you can install this kit with either the gear up or down, which is great. It's not a lot of actual manufacturers do that nowadays, which is, it's always great, because some people like to have their aircraft in flight. Okay, me not particular, but a lot of people do. And then we've got the actual weapons, so some rockets and a belly tank by the looks for it. Okay, and then where they actually go onto the aircraft, where the decal placements and the colour calls out for the weapons, the pylons and the belly tanks, and then the actual colour call outs. And we've got a red 29. Okay, with again lovely shark's mouth, nice flashes on the rear there, and then a bit more of a plain one. We've got white 51, but you can actually see the whatever that is on the back, which will, when we come to have a look at the decals, we'll be able to see it's an eagle on one side, but I don't know what it is on that side. And the lovely two-tone grey colour, okay, on both of them. So that's the instructions. All right, next up we'll have a look at the decals. Okay, so we'll just take the decals out. The 2 sheets of decals. I don't know who manufactures these. All it says is made in China. Okay, but they look really, really nice. All right, really nice indeed. Okay, so you've got your stars and your wing flashes, your tail flashes. I'll probably look at painting that. That one might be a little bit more difficult. And as you can see, one's an eagle, okay, and one's an actual falcon or whatever, flying or something, a cartoony version. Okay, so that's the main decals, and then we've got the stencils. Okay, the stencil data. So are they joined together or stuck on something? They're not cut that straight, so I'm just wondering, because you can just see some of the numbers just there. I'm just wondering if they've come from a different sheet. Oh well, never mind. Okay, but then again, we've got all the dials there. Look, okay, and then all the stencil data. All right. So in that pack, as well as that, we get a strip of PE photo etch. Okay, we'll just have a look at that. Okay, it feels really, really thin. Let's see if we can get it out and have a proper look at it. Okay, I don't want you to lose that. Okay, so we've got some nice photo etch. Okay, with all the details on there. Okay, some lovely details on there, and the harnesses on whatever, so really, really nice. Okay, so I'll put that back in there. I'll just move that so I don't want to lose it. Okay, so then we'll move on to the rest. Alright, brilliant. Okay, next up we'll have a look at the canopy. Canopy, I like that. I'm not going to remove it. It's got a nice protective film on it, but that is lovely, lovely and clear. Okay, no seam lines. Some nice rivet detail all around the cockpit, just there and whatever. Really nice. Okay, so let's start off with sprue eye. So sprue eye, we have got some engine parts. Okay, and if you just look at that detail on there, okay, just look at that detail on those engines there, and then we move on to the fans. Okay, so the fans, the nozzle should I say, some more engine detail just there. Okay, fan, all right, and then a belly tank, fuel tank or something, and then some more of the nozzles just there. Some of the smaller sprues, so we've got sprue H, which has got some of the pylons on, and these pylons are all one piece. Okay, they're all one piece, and look, some lovely detail on there. Really nice. Okay, don't know what they're for. They might be chaff dispensers or something like that, but again, some nice detail. So we have got 1, 2 of those, the same with the pylons. Again, all one piece with very little mould lines on there. Okay, there are some, don't get me wrong. Well, I can just see that one. There are some on there, but again, that's more made up for detail, and it's one part. That, a couple of swipes with a sanding stick, and they will be gone. And then 2 more. Okay, 2 more pylons. As you can see, the same goes for these ones as well. All right, some really nice detail. All right, this is for the engine mount. Okay, and the thing is, look at that, the lettering. Now on some you get the sprue markouts are not very clear, but with these ones you can find it straight away. You know what it is and all the numbers, so I know straight away when I'm going to find, you know, a part 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes sense. The numbers stand out so you can see them. Really well done. Okay. So now we move on to some wheel wells. So look, I'm just blown away by this. Look at that. Look at that detail there. There's no injection pin marks. Okay, and again onto that bit there. Remember, this is the wheel well. These are not going to get seen. All right, the seat and some cockpit panels. That bit that goes behind the pilot. There, I think they're the side walls of the nose wheel, I think. Okay, moving on to some wheel hubcaps and the control stick, the instrument panel, some more wheels, and then onto the actual tyres themselves. Alright, see that tyres? Got numbers on it, on both of them, and the lines on there. Now, I must admit, I believe those lines are not raised, but that can be easily dealt with. Okay, some lovely tread detail on there. And then we move on to the actual undercarriage themselves, the nose wheel, and all that sort of stuff. And then we've got the sidewalls of the actual cockpit and another part of the seat. So again, really well done. Okay, a really smashing sprue. And then we move on to the belly of the aircraft. So again, on the main parts, some lovely detail. The forward slats that are separate so you don't get the join line. Some of the wheel wells, which unfortunately they have got some injection marks, but we're gonna have to deal with. Okay, but that's the first problem I've seen with that. All right, some more parts over there. I don't know what they're for. Okay, the actual grills themselves, and then we've got that main tank, I believe it was. Okay. All right, from the in the belly that goes down the centre of the belly. Okay, so lovely screw there as well. And then onto some of the control surfaces. So the control surfaces are all one piece. Okay, they're all one piece. Okay, again, some nice detail. The only downside is that there. Okay, I would prefer if that was separate to stick on after, maybe. Okay, then we've got the stabilizers. Again, some lovely detail. Okay, a nose cone, which I don't know whether that's a slimline or that's meant to be there. We'll find that out when I come to do the research. Those are the control surfaces. The air intakes, 2-part. Okay, again, really nice. Okay, some more of the control surfaces, all beautifully molded. And then next up, which I think is absolutely fantastic, you get the rockets. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just take this one out. Okay, so we've got a rocket, we've got what it actually is, so an R27R. Okay, and then we have got, just get that out of the way, some lovely detail. Now, when I built my SU-27, I actually had to make these up for the Hobby Boss kit. Okay, again, they were lovely, but you couldn't really get rid of the seam line in there. So I had to get a bit of plastic disc and put it in there to make sure it was that. But over then the cleanup of where the attachment parts of the sprue, there is nothing really to worry you when doing this. That's absolutely stunning. I love that. I really do. That's really nice. Okay. So that is Great Wall Hobbies MiG 29. And all I can say is, wow. Really beautiful kit. Everything from decals that look really nice to photo etch, all the way through to the surface detail, the weapons and the detail on there, and how they're packaged, and how the whole package itself, it's an event. Okay, now I believe these kits are about £50. Now, £50 for a 1/148 scale jet, especially twin engine jet, is not bad at all. Now this jet's going to be, it's not going to be the biggest one, okay, but it's not going to be, you know, a shrinking violet. It's going to look really nice, especially in that two-tone grey camo scheme. Okay, it's going to look nice on anybody's display shelf. So that being said, for that amount of money, for that much of an enjoyment, it's gonna go together brilliantly. It really is. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Okay, my mic could be coming up soon, so just watch this space. Okay. Anyway, that is that for this inbox review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like it, put a thumbs up and subscribe down the bottom for more videos. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye.